All right, our choreographer has a vision. We're going to turn regular gloves into fingerless gloves that go around the finger. These have already been customized with some other pieces. Now we need to transform them. So, first thing we're going to do is lay it out to find the seam. On this one they have one seam, so I'm going to make sure that that's flat. And then you're going to cut right to the base of the thumb on one side, and then match on the seam side. Get rid of those. And then you're going to open it up. Doesn't quite match on the triangle, but that's totally fine. You're going to cut just a slight angle up to the triangle so that when you lay it down, it looks like this. Boom, done. Now, because this glove fabric is so stretchy, we're going to have to do it by hand. So, I'm going to fold over. Thankfully, this stretchy fabric doesn't unravel. I'm going to fold over about a quarter inch probably. And you're going to start and do just a small little stitch on the outside. And from here on out, you're going to primarily work on the inside to get around rapidly. Okay, so I'm going to go forward and come through. And I am using double thread, so I tied the thread at the end, which means that sometimes I end up with snarls, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go backwards just a smidge because again these have to stretch, but I don't want to go too far because I really want to keep the what's showing on the outside small. Pull it through, and on the inside we'll make our longer stitches so that we can get around the gloves sometime this century. Okay. Now you don't want to make your long stitches on the inside too long, or you will end up with bunching and all kinds of other crazy things. So again, just a small kind stitch backwards and then forwards. Oh dear. And it does take quite a bit of thread to get around, so you end up with knots quite regularly, unfortunately. Don't do that. Make it worse. Now, if you pull it too tight or you make it a little too long, like this one's just a smidge too long on this side, it will roll up a little bit. Just go ahead and pull it back out. Now, as you go up the triangle, you're going to notice that you kind of have to give it a little stretch. That's fine because that'll help it stay on their hand nice and flat too. So here's the thing. I wish I could say that this is super easy. Tangles never happen. You just do it and it's just magic. But it's not. And it takes a lot of time, which is why I'm doing this video. To help other dance moms and other studios who just need a reference or some instructions for some common fixes and tips and tricks. So I hope you're finding this helpful. Because sometimes choreographers and directors can't always find exactly what they want for their vision. So that's where seamstresses and dance moms come into play. Or for older girls, girls. Sorry, I just want to get you through adding the elastic at the top and then let you go and you can finish, tie it off. But of course, like I said, I love to say it never tangles or snarls, but look at this one. It's just not cooperating. There we go. Now we're moving. And I said something. Now we've gotten to the point. So you see that if you fold this over, it's all going to get too thin. So I'm cutting off just this top section of my point. Then I take my elastic. I'm going to set it right on top of here, like so. Now it gets a little tricky. I'm going to go through, push that all the way over where it's supposed to be. Okay. Go through the elastic and the outside edge, and here at the tip, because I have a really good matching thread, I'm going to go around the outside. So I came up the back, going around the side to the front again, and coming around the side to the front. Go through at least 3 times on your elastic. Then I'm going to go through the 2 pieces of elastic. Just going to go like in between to the other side. And I'm going to notice that that did not get attached. So we'll just flip it over this way. That way make sure it gets attached this time. I'm going to fold over that, go through the elastic, just through the loop. So all I did was go through the loop there. Go into the front, come out the back. Go around, go in through the front. Come out the back. Round again. Yep, right on the right side of the elastic, please. Thank you. Okay, now we're ready to go down the other side. Now this is the point where those of you who are feeling confident with how you did coming up the side, you could leave us. For those of you not, I'm just going to keep going. Especially now that we've gotten the thread down to a much shorter length for going around. Oh, and ignore this black thread. That came off when it was unpicked from its original black glove. Now that we've gotten it down to a manageable length, the knots and things should be a little less. Just a little bit, stretch out before it. Oh, don't grab your scissors. For those of you like me with Fitbit, it'd be nice if this counted as steps, but it doesn't. Fitbit's about to remind me that I haven't moved in a long time. Almost done, almost done. Okay, we have made it all the way around, back to where we started at the inside of the wrist. So when you made it back around, make sure you're on the inside of your glove. Poke through fabric like I'm just going in between the hem here. And we make a loop. There's our loop. I'm going to go around the loop 2 times, 1, 2, and then pull it tight. And I have a knot. Then cut it off. And ta-da! We've changed our regular glove into a fingerless glove. Love it!